Today, I'm breaking down the 5 strategies that I use to make staying consistent significantly easier. Also, I'm at a park in Bangkok called Lumpini Park, and it is beautiful. These aren't motivational hacks. I'm simply using behavioral psychology and neuroscience to make being consistent automatic. A lot of people think fitness is a discipline problem. It's not. I'm going to teach you these 5 actionable tips that you can implement today. The first one is about momentum and a science-based term called inertia. And this concept completely changed how I viewed training because I thought I would need to go hard for an hour every single workout, 6, 7 times a week. And then guess what happened? I'd burn out, I'd get tired, and it made me not want to go. Maybe I had a crazy week at work, or I was just tired, or I was stressed. And what caused me to do is stop my motion. My brain is like, I don't have time, or I'm too tired to do a full hour workout, and then I just wouldn't go. And then one day turns into 2 days, 2 days turns into the whole week, and suddenly it's been a whole month, maybe a whole year, and you just stopped going. And so the big concept here is not about intensity. It is about staying in motion. So if you know the concept of inertia is an object that is in motion stays in motion. And it's the same thing with momentum. Once you generate and get the ball rolling, it's a lot easier for the ball to continue rolling. And that's the same concept you want to apply to your workout habits. So when you go to the gym 3, 4 days in a row, that 5th day is a lot easier. But on the flip side, going back to inertia, if you're not in motion, you're just sitting on the couch, you don't go 1 week, 2 week, it makes it a lot harder to get back. So when you're just starting out, you want to apply this by not breaking the streak and going every single day. Look at this. So if you're tired, still go to the gym, but only go for maybe 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Or if you're busy, same thing, just hit 1 or 2 really key compound lifts, and maybe you're not feeling it, just go and do something. Maybe it's push-ups. Maybe you should hit the treadmill. The purpose is to stay in motion, keep the momentum, so that you are literally using science to help you stay consistent. Keep yourself in the arena, keep yourself in the game, because then once you stop, it takes a lot of energy to get the ball rolling again. The second thing is knowing your why. I don't mean some surface level thing. I just want to lose 10 pounds. If you dive into neuroscience, your brain is a goal-oriented prediction machine. Your brain wants to help you achieve your goals. So it's constantly scanning your environment to seek out things, experiences to support your goal and what you were looking for. So when you give it a clear picture of how you want to feel through your understanding your why, it's going to start helping you, nudging you to take actions to move in that direction. So instead of you saying, I want to be in shape, get very specific on that feeling that you want, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to get in shape because of something, right? There's a feeling that you want from that outcome. For an example, when I was really skinny, I wanted to get really big and jacked because I wanted to be more confident, especially talking with girls. And if I was more confident talking with girls, then that would give me some level of happiness. So figure out what it is. What is it that you truly want? What is that feeling? And you can ask that by asking yourself why multiple times. And the reason that you want to visualize this person that already has what you want, right? Visualizing that confident version of yourself is because your brain craves familiarity. For an example, I just got out of the Vietnam airport, and there was a bunch of different restaurants everywhere, right? Of all different kinds of foods. And they all looked really good. And I was so hungry, and I was trying to decide which one I wanted to eat. And I was looking at them, and I couldn't read any of the signs or anything. So I was just, yeah, looks good. And I saw McDonald's right next to me. And my brain was like, ooh, McDonald's. Not because McDonald's was better food than any of those places. Look at this. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's not because McDonald's was any better than those places. It's because my brain was already familiar with what McDonald's is. So it made it a more comfortable decision, right? And so the way that you can hack your brain is if you can help your brain understand who that confident version or whatever feeling that you're trying to, that ideal version of yourself who's in shape, who's fit, if you help your brain become more familiar with that person, it's going to help you do the actions and behaviors that that person would ultimately do. That's the key. The third is to use social accountability. The most ideal situation is get a workout partner. But if you can't do that, you can use social accountability to hack you into staying consistent. Humans are social creatures. You post on the internet, hey, I'm starting to work out. I'm going to start getting in shape. I'm going to look amazing in 12 weeks. Then on those days that you don't want to go, your brain is going to be like, oh, fuck. I told people that I was going to get in shape and start working out. And so it's almost like people are going to be expecting you to look good and be in shape. And so now on the days that you want to go, it's almost like this intrinsic motivation that you have created for yourself through engineering social accountability that you now have to do what you said you were going to do. And so you're going to go work out. And this can also be through a coach, an accountability partner. There's a lot of different ways that you can create this social accountability for yourself. Fourth is stacking your rewards and making it fun. If it's not fun, you're not gonna do it at the end of the day. And so if you're just gonna rely on discipline, it's not gonna be a good experience because your brain is engineered for instant gratification. It doesn't understand being healthy from 10 years now. It can't really picture that as well as the enjoyment that you're gonna get from Netflix if you sit on the couch. Your brain knows that very well. And that's why your brain wants to optimize for that. And so you have to trick your brain into finding ways that will give you dopamine if you go to the gym. For an example, I really like listening to my favorite podcast, Modern Wisdom, when I'm at the gym. I love YouTube. I'll save YouTube for when I'm at the gym. So what I'm doing is I'm pairing something that gives me dopamine with working out so that my brain craves that dopamine. So it's like, oh, we get this dopamine from this podcast or this YouTube video or whatnot, and we get it by going to the gym. Let's go to the gym. That's another way you can use behavioral psychology for you and not against you. Another version of this is called habit stacking. So your brain loves predictability, it loves routines. And so for an example, your brain loves predictability. So what it will do is if you work at 9 a.m., it's like, oh, it's 8:30, time to go to work, and your brain is almost automatic. How can you make going to the gym automatic? And the way to do that is to incorporate it through a habit that you already have established in your routine. So let's say once 5 p.m. hits, you could say, oh, it's 5 p.m., done with work, time to go to the gym, because you know that work is a constant in your life. So just adding that gym on top of the constant makes it a lot easier to stay consistent because it eliminates decision fatigue. It eliminates oh, should I go to the gym today or not? Oh, when should I go? All of these micro decisions you have to make, it increases friction for you to make it harder to go to the gym. If it's automatic of 5 p.m., go to the gym, done with work, boom, go, it makes it super easy. And then number 5 is have a game plan. Don't wing it. Wing it is gonna kill your consistency, I promise. There's been so many times where I go to the gym and I'll figure it out when I get there. And then I waste 20 minutes walking around. I do some random workouts and then I leave feeling like I didn't even really do anything. So when you get very specific, this is all about allowing your brain to help you, because the more decisions that your brain has to make, the more opportunities your brain can be like, I don't really want to do that. So you almost have to tell your brain what to do, right? You have to tell your brain, we are going to work out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We are going to hit these body parts. We're going to hit these muscle groups within this time frame. And we're going to go after work at 5 p.m. as soon as work is going to go down. Now you have no decisions to make, right? Your brain doesn't have an opportunity to be, oh, what do we do? What do we do? And then it'll want to try to find an escape. Don't let your brain escape. And so you have to get very crystal clear and have structure and be intentional to eliminate as much friction as possible so that being consistent is easy. The same thing is if you go to the mall and you don't really know what you're gonna buy and you just go, you end up buying a lot of shit that you just don't need. And so it makes it really easy to wander off, go to different stores, get enticed by the window shopping, right? And the same thing goes for the gym, where if you have no plan going in, you're gonna do a bunch of random stuff that you don't really need to be doing. You're gonna get distracted, and it's gonna be easy to get pulled in different directions with other things unless you have a clear thing in place of I'm doing this on this day. So to summarize is protect the streak, keep the momentum, keep the inertia. Number 2 is know your why. Give your brain that crystal clear version of you. Make it familiar so that your brain can optimize for that. Get some accountability, make it fun, have a plan.